Here it is, Mama. If you are thinking back to school, whether your children go to the classroom or you homeschool, I've got 5 episodes for you that are all school focused and will get you ready to help your children to succeed this coming school year. Episode 29 is all about motivating your child when it's too hard. In episode 30, we talk about strengthening you, Mama. What do you and your children need today? You both actually need the same things. Episode 31 answered the cry, "Help! My child continually says no." The no here is with an attitude of, "I don't want to listen to you." Episode 32 shared tips for motivating your child when they don't want to do it. Episode 33 is all about self-motivated kids. Is it actually possible to have self-motivated kids who do more than just the bare minimum? And today's episode is all about math. Is math actually too hard? How can you help your child through the math struggles? So I encourage you to add this Renewed Mama podcast to your favorites for a deeper, practical, we're in this together connection. Following or subscribing means you won't miss an upcoming episode. And my prayer is that by watching or listening in to each episode, you'll become a stronger, renewed mama, equipped with the actual how-tos to think right, speak right, and to respond right in these back-to-school moments. Welcome back to another episode of the Renewed Mama podcast. I'm Kimberly Mutar. I'm a homeschooling mama to 3, a tutor, and a gal with a big heart for kids. I'm the creator of Speak Life Badges, sticker award badges for kids that help you to speak God's words over your children and to break any lies that they might be believing about themselves. And I send postcards to children all over Canada and the United States disguised as Austin the Hedgehog for Austin's Kids Club. I'm so glad that you are joining me because I'm not the only one who's doing all the things. You are too, and we need to take time to slow down, breathe, and renew. So let's do it together during this Renewed Mama podcast. It's you and me taking some time to pause and check in with our thoughts, the words we are saying, our parenting approach, and our communication, because we're here to do the best we can at this mama thing that we love so much. It's time for math class. Tell me, how did you like math class? Remember back to your math school days? Raise your hand if math was hard for you. I just did the teacher thing on you. Raise your hand if math was easy. Okay, but you had to work hard to get good grades. Math didn't come easy to me. I remember working hard to do well. Whew, trigonometry was another thing. I could not wrap my head around trigonometry, and I stayed far away from calculus and physics. Even when I was a new teacher, I would work out each math problem in advance so that I could quickly see where my students went wrong or they made their mistake, or I could think ahead to where they might get tripped up and preempt them by saying, "Watch out for this step." Now I enjoy math, even trigonometry. I approach it like it's a mystery. Let's solve the math problem and discover what the answer is. This has given me lots of understanding for my tutoring students who need to practice more than others until they get it, because that's how I was. So how about you? How was math for you? Here's the number one thing I want you to know, regardless of how math class was for you when you were a kid. How it was for you does not mean it has to be the same story for your kids. Don't say, math was hard for me, it's going to be hard for you too. I could not get math, it's no wonder you struggle too. Don't pass that on to your kids, even if you absolutely detest math. Don't say this to your kids. Your story does not have to be your child's story. Your attitude and the words you speak about math will affect your children. They will take on your frustration, your annoyance with it, or your lack of not wanting to try to solve it and just grab a calculator. Sure, math might be a struggle for them now, but one day the light bulb could go off for them and all the puzzle pieces fit together and it makes sense. Or they grow up like I did and their career path requires them to know math better. Out of a sheer desire to see my students succeed, I practiced extra. And the more I did math, the easier it came to me. Now you're thinking, yes, but Kimberly, my child actually struggles with math. Trying to do their math homework at night is a torture. It always ends in tears. I try to help them, but the way that they do math these days is not the way I did it when I was in school. I hear you, and you know that I'm not talking about significant learning challenges here. That's another conversation for another day. I'm talking about the child who was sick and missed a math lesson, and the class moved on and they didn't get that foundational topic. With the ins and outs of school, online and then in person and then online again, the foundation of math got shaky and weak. Or maybe in your homeschool, you tried a few different math curriculums because they weren't working for your child and it confused them. Now the foundation just needs to be built stronger, like building a strong foundation for a house. I'm talking about the child who had it spoken over them that math's hard for you, or why can't you get this? Can't you see that it's so easy? But they actually couldn't get it in that moment, and they felt bad that they couldn't please mom or dad or their teacher. And the easiest thing to do was to give up. Why even try? There's less resistance that way. These are the children we're talking about here. Could they be believing the lie that math is too hard? It's too hard, I can't do this, are just words. You think them once, you say them once. It's up to you, it's up to your child to accept these words or to reject them. If your child rejects them, they keep trying, they keep practicing until eventually it becomes easy. If your child accepts them, they act on them by throwing up their hands, stomping their feet, pushing away their chair, or crying. The next time they face something hard, they default to the same response. It becomes a pattern, a habit. If they constantly think, I can't do this, it's too hard, why should I try anymore? If they constantly say, everybody could do it but me, what's wrong with me, I'm just stupid, then they've accepted the lie, they've believed it. You get to help them break that lie and believe that I can do math. Let's say the hard math is right in front of them. Tears are coming. Ask them, what are you feeling right now? What are you thinking in your head? If you could talk to this math and tell it something, what would you say? If the moment isn't right to ask those questions because emotions are too high, take a break, get a snack, drink water. Their brain needs water. Walk around outside in the backyard in the sunshine. Don't leave them. Let them know that you're still here with them in the tough moments. Toss a ball around, swing together, take the dog for a walk, whatever you need to do. Then you can ask the questions. When math is hard, what do you feel? What do you think in your head? If you could talk to math as if it were a person and tell it something, what would you say? Then ask them, when did you first think that math was hard? Who told you that math was hard? If you passed on your dislike for math to your children, as we talked about at the start of this episode, say to your child, please forgive me for passing my frustration with math on to you. Just because that's how I felt as a kid doesn't mean that math has to be hard for you. Then ask your child, what is the truth? What should you say about math? The truth is, hard is okay. Hard can still mean doable. I shared more about what to say and how to help your child when they say that it's too hard. Watch this in episode 29 at speaklifebadges.com or YouTube or Rumble. Or you can listen to episode 29 on your favorite podcast platform. The link is also in the show notes. The truth is, it's okay to practice a little bit more. No one is great straight out of the gate. Practice is rebuilding their math skill foundation, just like we said about building a strong foundation of a house. You can rewind and renew the basic principles and rebuild from there. Start by telling them that you want them to show off what they can do well. Take little slips of paper with a math problem or two on it that reviews place value, numbers, spelling of number words, adding, subtracting, decomposing numbers, patterning, greater than, less than, multiplying, dividing, all of those basics. They can pull those slips of paper out of a hat or bowl and then answer each one. Or you can write point values on the back, like say 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and then get a dartboard. Have them throw a dart, and whatever number they hit, they do that slip of paper labeled with that number. You'll learn where the foundation is weak when they have a hard time solving the problem. Then ask them, when you see a problem like this next time, would you like to know how to solve it right away? Could we practice more problems like these so that they feel easier for you? Repeat here whatever their pain point was at the beginning when you were asking them the questions about how they feel or think about math. Say it in their words. And then practice, make it fun. You can use a whiteboard, you can write with chalk outside, you can use an online math program, you could jump on the trampoline while tossing a ball back and forth and practicing their timetables. Just think creatively and outside the box for ways to make the math practice fun. There are more suggestions for keeping your schoolwork fun and how to add variety. Watch episode 32 at speaklifebadges.com or on YouTube or Rumble, or listen to episode 32 on your favorite podcast platform. The link is also in the show notes. When they get it right, when they keep trying even though it's hard, when they don't give up, award them with a Speak Life badge. There are so many badge phrases to choose from to encourage them to keep trying. I did amazing today. I stayed faithful to the task. I kept trying. I'm willing to learn. I can do math. I speak the truth. I am successful. I am committed. It's easy. I've got this. I am a winner. I am a champion. I am hardworking. I am persistent. Get the I Am Special, I Am Priceless, and the I Am Smart sticker award books at speaklifebadges.com. If there is one gift that you could give your children today, it would be your words, chosen carefully and spoken well. The words you speak today are like seeds planted in their hearts and minds. These word seeds will sprout and bear fruit in their life as they grow and become adults. Use Speak Life badges, sticker award badges, along with suggested scripts or words you can say in the situations you encounter with your children. These scripts are designed to help you to speak to your child's individual personality, to break lies they may be believing, and to help them to grow up with a truth-filled mindset. Get them today at speaklifebadges.com. Remember to watch your expectations. Do not say, hurry up, or add the pressure of, why can't you get this? And don't rush to give them the answer. Just pause, wait, and let them think. Let them perform at a pace that is comfortable for them in your extra practice. Was this helpful? Do you now have some practical suggestions for helping your child through the math struggles? Let me know. Share in the comments or message me your biggest takeaway from this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode. Please stop the temper tantrums. Be sure to add the Renewed Mama podcast to your favorites for a deeper, practical, we're in this together connection. Follow or subscribe so that you won't miss an upcoming episode. One more thing, would you DM 3 mamas you know who need to hear this truth so that they can be encouraged and renewed too? Lots of love. Bye.